Charles Wesley Buggs, born 1906, died 1991, African-American bacteriologist. Charles Wesley Buggs was primarily concerned with the resistance of different bacteria to antibiotics, substances that can kill or prevent their growth. Buggs did research on several kinds of antibiotics, including streptomycin, penicillin, and sulfa. He devised an ingenious method for treating traumas such as burns and wounds from under the skin. Buggs taught at several universities, including Howard University and Wayne University, later known as Wayne State University. At Wayne, he was the first black person to hold a full-time position on the faculty. Buggs was born on August 6, 1906, in Brunswick, Georgia, to John Wesley and Leonora Vane Clark Buggs. His father was a doctor. Buggs graduated from Brunswick's St. Athanasius High School in 1924, and then entered Morehouse College. Majoring in zoology, Buggs earned his bachelor's degree from Morehouse in 1928. While still a student at Morehouse, Buggs married Margaret Lee Bennett, with whom he would have one daughter, Margaret L. Buggs. Buggs married Marguerite Lee Bennett, with whom he would have one daughter, Margaret L. Buggs. After working as an instructor for a year at Dover State College in Delaware, Buggs began his graduate studies at the University of Chicago. However, lack of funds forced him to leave school and work as a teacher again, this time at a high school in Key West, Florida. With the support of his wife, Buggs was able to continue his graduate work at the University of Minnesota, earning his Master of Science degree in 1931. He continued at Minnesota with the funding from a Shevlin Fellowship and the Julius Rosenwald Fund, earning his doctorate in 1934. His dissertation was entitled, quote, Cataphoretic Phenomena, unquote. After graduation, he worked from 1934 to 35 as a chemistry professor at Bishop College. In 1935, Buggs joined Dillard University, located in New Orleans, Louisiana. From 1935 to 1943, Buggs was a biology professor as well as the chairman of the Natural Sciences Division there. He spent 1943 in Woods Hole, Massachusetts, as a Rosenwald Fellow. He then accepted a position at the College of Medicine at Wayne University in Detroit, Michigan, where he remained until 1949. Buggs worked through the ranks from instructor to associate professor. He was also associated with the Office of Science Research and Development at Wayne. He returned to Dillard in his former positions as professor and division chair in 1949. That year, Buggs published Pre-Medical Education for Negroes, a study partially funded by the federal government. In the book, Buggs outlined the lack of sufficient support on every level for African Americans trying to get an education to prepare themselves for medical school. In 1956, Buggs moved his family to Washington, D.C., when he took a position at Howard University. Buggs was professor of microbiology there from 1956 to 1971. He was also head of the department from 1958 to 1970. Beginning in 1969, Buggs held a simultaneous position as project director for the Faculty of Allied Health Science in the Charles R. Drew Postgraduate Medical School at the University of California, Los Angeles. From 1969 to 1976, Buggs was also a visiting professor at the University of Southern California. In 1971, Buggs moved to California, and by 1972, he was Dean of Drew Postgraduate Medical School. This position lasted for only 1 year, and in 1973, he became a microbiology professor at California State University, Long Beach. He retired from his professorship in 1983. Buggs was a member of several professional organizations, including the American Association for the Advancement of Science, the American Association of Pathologists and Bacteriologists, the National Institute of Science, and the Society of Experimental Biology and Medicine. Bugs died on September 13th, 1991. Citations and sources are listed below.